In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 kind of breakups.
Hey, did you break up with your high school girlfriend?
Absolutely. In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 kind of breakups.
Hey, did you break up with your high school girlfriend?
Absolutely.
You did? Why?
When I thought about it, since we're talking about the past, and, she just wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. And now here's the thing.
She wasn't ready for a relationship?
No, what happened was, here's what happened. I went to college, and when I came back from college, she was still in high school. I was a year or 2 older than her. So when I came back, she was just like, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing? And I had not been on that kind of check system in a long time. I was like, whoa, this is a lot. Because in college, I guess I can't say I broke up because when you leave, you kind of broke up.
No, you didn't.
Well, I was doing things I shouldn't have done.
You were cheating.
I'm not married. I'm not married.
I didn't say you were married, but that was your girlfriend, and you went to college without breaking up with her. So she thought you guys were still together. You came back home. She's asking you questions. You don't appreciate it because you've been doing dirt because you had not broken up with her. So you were not clear. You didn't communicate very well.
I totally agree. I was not clear.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I realize now that even the words I used were not truthful. I didn't know what love was. I was 17 when I went to college. I was not mature enough.
You weren't ready.
No.
Your brain was just not ready. I don't know.
And I think I broke. Yeah.
She was married with a ring on. You just didn't even know it.
Yeah. So that didn't work out well. And
okay.
There was another nice lady that I wasn't right. And
really, where was this nice lady? Because I don't know if we spoke about her before.
We've never spoken about her before. It never even took off.
Really?
Yeah,
You know, a relationship.
No, it didn't even get there.
Oh, okay.
We said we were dating, and then I just I don't want to do this.
Interesting.
Just piss poor, and then I think from there, I don't remember being broke up with. I remember I've broken up with. Yeah, it's not good.
Okay.
I just wasn't ready.
Okay.
So in today's video,
wait a minute.
Go ahead. You do what
that was a long commercial.
Well, in this video, we're going to talk about the 3 kind of breakups. Okay.
3 kind of breakups.
The first kind is
I leave you.
Okay. The
you
second,
leave me.
Yes. And the third is we just decide
it ain't working.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye. So
it's mutual.
It's mutual.
It's a mutual.
I think let's deal with the first one.
Okay.
You break up with me.
Okay.
Whenever a person is
being left by
something, most times you're going to feel inadequate. You're going to question why. You're going to try to figure out what could I do different? What could I do better? Which is all natural because most of us think we got it together. Most of us. And so when a person decides I'm better without you,
that can mess up your psyche a little bit.
Of course. I think anybody's psyche would be a little, okay, what's wrong about me? And go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe in a lot of cases, and I know this is not always the case, because sometimes people get broken. I don't even know how you say it. Like when someone leaves you, someone leaves you, I think for the most part, you see it coming because they've already complained. They've already said that they don't like some things that's going on, that they need things that aren't happening. And you have chosen not to address those or not to address them in the way the other person wants it to be addressed.
That's good.
And then the breakup happens and you're shocked because you thought you were untouchable. You thought they would never break up with you. So then it's like a shock. But I think for the most part, people know when someone's going to break up with them. Now, I think a small portion of people, they think everything is great. I mean, you get that question, how's the relationship going? One person says, oh, it's a 9. The other person says it's a 4, and the other person's like, why is it a 4? I thought we were doing great. I think there's a very small portion. I think it's a small percentage of couples. I think for the most part, people have communicated what they want. Either you choose to ignore it, you feel like you can't do it. It's a need that you don't feel like you can meet. You don't feel like it's realistic. But you still want to be with the person. And when unmet needs don't get met,
they find someone to meet it. So that's so good, Charmaine. I was thinking what you said, that the signs were there, but they didn't pick them up. So oftentimes when a person wants to break up with you, there's certain activities that they do consistently. They're not considerate. They don't value your opinion.
Right.
They don't care about the small things. They're not interested in you.
Right.
You know, it's one thing you say, you know, you always try to find somebody who's into you.
Right.
And so what happens when before the breakup, oftentimes we miss the warning signs.
Yeah.
So I think that's key, because there's certain things you got to stop and say, whoa, 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 whoa. What did you say?
What happened? Right.
Let's have a talk about this. Well, what do you mean when you said that?
Right.
I'm leaving. I can't take this thing. So another I've heard, there was a breakup of a relationship we had, and the person says, listen, man, if this happens one more time, I'm leaving. Okay? If this happens one more time, I'm what? Leaving. Therefore, leaving is on the table.
Right.
Okay? It's just a
You've
matter.
already spoken.
You've spoken.
Put it in the atmosphere.
So it's just a matter of situation and circumstance before they leave.
Right.
So as soon as that person said that to me, I told someone, I said, find a replacement for them. They said, how do you know? I said, because they just said it. They just said it. So the Bible says death and life are in the power of tongue. So people are telling you they're leaving.
Right.
It's just you don't believe them.
Right.
What did Maya Angelou say, Charmaine?
When someone shows you who they are,
believe them. Yeah. So we have to be cognizant of the warning signs that people are showing us that they're leaving.
Right.
Don't want to be in your space. Don't want to be around
you. You made a really good point too when you said they're not doing the same things they did before. So like they're not, you know, like maybe he was really good about buying you flowers on Friday, or you guys going out on date night or whatever, and all of a sudden those things slowly but surely start changing. And, you know, you always say there's two things you can tell if a person really likes you. Their money and their mouth, right?
Period. Money and mouth. Yes, where the heart is and where the treasure is.
Right. How are they speaking about you? How are they talking to you? How are they talking
what
about
are they giving
you to other
to
people?
You? What are they providing for you?
Right.
Okay, so we did the first one, okay? They left you. Now the next one is you leave them. This one's a little easier, because when you leave somebody, the decision's been made.
Oh, no. I don't think it's always easy to break up with somebody. Especially, you can still love them and see that you're going in a different direction.
Okay. I see that.
I actually broke up with my high school boyfriend before I left for college. I wanted him to go to college. He didn't want to go to college. He was doing some illegal things he shouldn't have been doing. And I knew that as much as I liked him, I wouldn't call it love, but as much as I liked him, I knew that if he didn't get out of the game and do something different, that his life was going to take directions that I didn't want to go. And although I liked him, you know, it's like that Usher song, you gotta let it burn. You gotta let it burn.
It's a lot.
But it hurts, because you really do want the best for the person, but they don't want the best for themselves. And it's like, you know, people that have been dating someone that maybe have an addiction, or, you know, and you may love this person to death, but you know that the direction their life is going to take, you don't want to go with them. And
unevenly
Amos
yoked.
3:3.
Unevenly yoked.
Who you attach yourself with, you're going in the direction that they're going to go, regardless of whether you want to or not.
Let's be clear. Too many people out here are playing house. Okay? You want house rules, but you live in an apartment. Now, what do you mean by this, Jomo?
Break it down.
You want to have the benefits of marriage without the covenant. It don't work. It don't work.
That's good.
So if you're gonna be with this woman, wife her. If you're gonna be with this man, y'all should get married. Because a lot of the things that we endure, I think it's because we don't have commitment to the process. If you made up in your mind that failure is not an option, and I'm not saying every relationship is perfect. Ours is not. But there's decisions that you have to make in reference to being to having a good relationship, a lot of investment of time, energy, and resources to make that happen.
Right.
So valid point, Charmaine.
It could be a relief, like you said. You know, like you break up with somebody, you're like, listen, I've been suffering for a long time. We gotta let it go. In order for me to, you know, fulfill my purpose or do whatever, I have to let this person go. I mean, you could have been suffering for a while, not wanting to break up with the person. And you finally like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta just do this. Is that what you were thinking?
Something like that. Now, and then lastly, the mutual breakup.
The mutual breakup.
I don't believe this exists.
You don't think?
I think
that when people come together and
when a breakup happens, someone has a little bit more feelings than the other.
I agree with that.
I don't think we both are the same spot.
Each other
like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah, we should be together.
Yeah, I was watching this Jerry Seinfeld episode, and this lady came to Jerry Seinfeld, and she says, you know, Jerry, I just think, you know, this is not working. He said, you know what? Great. Man, I hope you have a great life. You know, because there's plenty of fish to see. See you when I see you. Wow. And he got up and walked off, and her face was just shook. Why? Because sometimes you think...
You want to let them down easy.
You want to let them down easy, and he good.
And they wanted to go anyway.
I know for me, and this is not healthy. Okay, this is not healthy. But being a quasi player, I've had a kill switch in my brain to not get so attached to anybody because they might bounce. Now, this is not healthy.
Yeah, I've heard you say that before.
But it's very hard as a dude who has been around, I saw people who said they loved this person do things that, like, well, how you love her and do this, and how you love him and do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So then you kind of put your mind, because you've been so polluted, you're like, nobody's good. Mm-hmm. Anybody can do anything at any moment. So by having that mentality, you don't get so attached. The challenge is when you are detached, it's hard to be attached. Mm-hmm. I was listening to this article recently, and it was saying if a lady has more than 5 sexual partners, they said within 10 years of her getting married, if it's more than 5, the likelihood of divorce is 85%. If it's less than 5, it's 20%.
If it's less than 5, what?
Well, partners.
Oh, okay, less than 5 partners.
Yeah, they call it pairing. The gist of it is, the more people you sleep with, the more detached you become.
Desensitized to love
because
and
the
how
truth,
important
all of that,
the connection is.
Yes. I know we think sex is just a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. Right. And man, the more I study about sex, not trying to say pornography, but study about the sex and something happens to a man when he has sex with a woman. Something happens to a woman when she has sex with a man.
Regardless of your emotional attachment.
Correct. There's something spiritual, emotional, there's an attach happening. Mm-hmm. So we don't want to have too many people connected to us. Mm-hmm. Soul ties. Okay. So the 3 breakups, Charmaine, you leave me, I leave you.
We mutually
decide to break up. But any breakup, for the most part, will affect you.
Absolutely.
Now the question is, what are you going to do after the breakup? Well,
prepare, and that'll be our next video.
Well, we holler. Always fun to be with you guys. Remember this:
love, laugh, and learn.